It's Friday. Happy Halloween. The energy has been high throughout the week. Weeks like this take three things to survive: flexibility, patience, and lots of caffeine. Every year, Halloween reminds me of just how much flexibility teaching really takes. From the schedule changes to routine shifts, and sometimes the lessons just go out the window. I will show you what I'm doing today, from my costume to our STEM candy activity, as well as our math counting collections. But first, let me take you through how my week went. My life is finally back to some normalcy after life threw me a curveball last week. That I will be sharing in a later video. This week, I'm keeping things light. It's Halloween week. The kids are super excited. Last Friday, we had trunk or treat. They still have that energetic vibe. So teaching them something new this week, I don't think is going to stick. It will definitely be a review week of standards already taught. I'm going to keep them engaged, hands-on, fun, with a Halloween twist. Today, my lesson for ELA math and writing was based on this Extreme Candy article. This is from Science Spin in Scholastic. And this one ties in nicely with my Halloween week. So as you can see, we did this together. I can put it in presentation view where they get to see the actual magazine itself. And I'll show you that there. And there you have the actual issue. I projected it this way. The students were able to see this here. I allowed them to listen to the text-to-speech after we talked about the article. And this article was also my basis for creating the math lesson that we did, the math task, with different types of candy. So these are the materials that I used to go along with my ELA block. For the writing, I created that 2-column note-taking guide for them so that they can organize their information. We didn't get to the writing task. We'll continue tomorrow. I think I might have overplanned this week, but that's okay. It's better to overplan than underplan. We're also covering skills such as nouns, verbs, adjectives, adverbs, subject, and predicate. This information is from the reading, and they are going to do different things for those particular skills. On to math. My math also ties in with our article, calling it Extreme Candy Fundraiser. Students were given different options of candy to purchase. They had to purchase a minimum of 3 boxes per candy item. And then there was a set price. They were given a budget of $2,000 to spend. Each of these boxes had 100 individual packets in them. And then they were going to sell those for the fundraiser. They had to figure out what price they wanted to set for each individual packet and see how much profit they would make. At the end of the day, we did Tim Burton characters. And here are some examples. We're not completely done, but they're looking really nice. I had them use their crayons, and as you can see, the crayons aren't super bright. So I think I'm going to switch over to pastels. That'll give it a brighter look and some contrast. Here's the one I did. I actually used a colored pencil, or I could use colored pencils as well. And that was my Monday. I'm back. Today is Wednesday, October 29th. It's midweek. I didn't get a chance to vlog yesterday, which was Tuesday. There was so much going on. It was an early release day, which is nice, but we have professional development in the afternoon. It was picture day. For some odd reason, we always have picture day during the week of Halloween. So you can only imagine what the students were feeling. Picture day took 30 minutes. We waited in the auditorium, and by the time we started and we ended, 30 minutes had gone by. After that, we continued with part 2 of our extreme candy fundraiser. So we were able to finish that yesterday. I added a few slides to our Google Classroom. Jennifer Finley, I love her products. My students, year after year, always seem to enjoy them. She has some Halloween slides that review the standards that we've already covered in 4th grade. You know, sometimes I love to try to create my own slides, but, you know, during this week, just make your life simple. I feel like it's okay to purchase others' resources to get you through the week. And her resources are really good. I'm not getting any kickback from this, but I thought I'd share in case you wanted something that was Halloween related. During a review week, I tried to meet with as many groups as possible. I was able to meet with 3. We reviewed our multiplication standards, and in one of the groups, they were ready for division. Now let's fast forward to Wednesday, which is today, October 29th. We started off by taking our interim reading assessment. It was originally scheduled for Friday, and we decided as a grade level to move it to midweek. We knew that the kids wouldn't be focused on Friday, and it actually worked out really well. The kids did not rush through the test. They were quiet, and they tried their best. After the assessment, I continued with math. This time, I gave them a spectacular feast challenge, similar to the extreme candy. This time, students had a budget as well. They were to create a menu for 5 friends, and so they had some options. They had to have one main meal, a side dish, and a dessert, and they had to show their work and answer some questions. So we were able to finish part 1 of this today. So after that, we shifted gears to La Catrina inspired skeleton boxes for Dia de los Muertos. We will be celebrating that school-wide on Monday, November 3rd. Here is one of the samples from one of my students. We used pencil boxes for this. I did a skeleton template. They decorated their own face, and I helped them put it together because it needed a glue gun to hold specific parts. And so each student will be creating one of these. The boys will be creating the male figure with the top hat. Hey, good morning. Today is Thursday, October 30th. One more day till Halloween. One more day till this week is over with. This morning I have PD. It's grade level professional development. It's the first hour of the day, which is nice. It'll cut an hour off our school day. The kids will eat breakfast in the cafeteria, and then they will have some physical activity outside. I purchased donuts today from my favorite place. I think we need a little pick-me-up. So these are the donuts that I purchased today. They make some really awesome s'mores. As you see here, the red velvet with the cream cheese, the sprinkles, and then I just got, you know, the chocolate bars, the twists. Some people aren't chocolate lovers. I like everything. As you can see, I have a mess here. I didn't get a chance to clean it up yesterday. Once 3:30 hits in the afternoon, I'm done and I go home. I've learned to set myself some boundaries. So I'm going to clean that up this morning before my meeting. I need to make some copies as well. Today, we're going to continue with our second math task, the spectacular menu. And then we are going to continue with a new article from Scholastic about spooky senses, and I'll show you that a little later. I've also rethought my Dia de los Muertos project that I have here. Sometimes I get these grand ideas, and then once I follow through with it, I'm not liking it. So last night when I was sleeping, I decided that I'm going to change it, and I'll show you that later in the video as well. We ended up doing this instead. Students added some details to the side. I like this version a lot better. It didn't take much time to assemble on my part. The original project that I showed you was taking too long to put the cardstock around the face. And with that, I have to use a glue gun. The students are not allowed to, obviously. I'm also trying to finish up my Halloween costume for tomorrow. I'm going to give you a glimpse. I'm not sure if I'm going to end up going that route. I do have a backup plan, and it will still go along with our theme. The morning was really nice from 9 to 11. The kids were focused. We were able to finish our scholastic reading, Spooky Senses, and then we finished up our writing prompt from the day before, which has taken them quite some time. For math, I was able to get through 4 out of my 5 groups. Again, just reviewing multiplication, the different strategies, distributive property, the area model. They had some Google Slides that I added for today that they enjoyed doing. We did our iReady minutes. These are the Jennifer Finley slides that I assigned to my students that you can purchase on TPT. The day is finally over. The students were dismissed at 12:48. It was a minimum day. Now I have the rest of the day to plan and get ready for Monday. Well, here's my costume. I was an artist. I've included a photo so that you could look to see our entire outfits put together. It was fun, it was unique, and it was super simple to do. So today we were able to get to our counting collections activity. This is where students count items such as spiders, skulls, bones, and wiggly eyes. I actually have a video posted from last year on how I conduct accounting collections to build number sense with my 4th graders. My students enjoy this year after year. They get to talk, reason, and organize. I also gave my students time to complete any assignments that they were not caught up on. We didn't get to the candy stem activity. We ran out of time for that. The parade this morning took an hour, and then parents wanted to take pictures. And by the time we came back upstairs, more than half my class was gone. The parents took them home early. But honestly, that's Halloween week. You plan, you pivot, and you laugh all the way through it. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're new, please hit that subscribe button so that you don't miss the next video. Thanks for watching.